All right, rundown brought to you by Tequila High Noon. We got the tequila seltzers right here, and I think they're pretty well readily available. It says on the thing, not totally till May, but is that actually what it says? Yeah, nationwide available in May. We're in March, and these things seem to be everywhere, so maybe they're ahead of schedule. I originally said strawberry is my favorite. I've gone reversed. I believe now passion fruit is my number one. And
well, that was your number one vodka too, right?
Yeah. And now I think it's my number one tequila as well.
Guy.
Strawberry, lime, and then the grapefruit. I'm not a grapefruit guy. Call Drizzly or look for him at Drizzly or your local convenience store. You can go to highnoonspirits.com and find a place near you. But like I walked into a liquor store right in Boston. They had it bang. And I'm hearing they're flying. So that's good. We're filming this at 3:30. So, you can have a quick 100-calorie real tequila, real juice drink. All right. Let's get into it. The order may be weird. Have we talked about the Tiger lawsuit on the rundown, or did this happen Friday?
I don't think it's been on the rundown. I think that was the Friday thing.
So it first came out, I saw maybe on TMZ, and I don't know if any of the foreplay boys are there. If they're in the office, I'll ask Austin.
I would love to hear.
Did you see the screenshot I said? I was like, I just texted them, all of them, release the NDA.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you can't release the NDA. He didn't do anything. Dude. Now, at first,
he's got to be fighting tooth and nail to keep that NDA quiet.
So here's the thing. With the NDA, the way I understand it, first of all, NDAs,
they don't work.
Yeah. I guess you think
you can just violate it, right? And just accept
you can. I guess you can get sued. But with NDA, which makes sense, if there's like sexual assault or like deviant activity, an NDA doesn't cover that. So you can't be like, hey, I signed an NDA. I can do whatever I want to you now. That's not how that works.
But I'm also sure the other, what qualifies as, I feel like if it was really bad sexual abuse or something, she would just fucking said it, right?
Yeah, and here we have Frankie Woods over here. So
yeah, this is Frankie. This is Tiger's attorney, Frankie.
It kind of slid under the radar. This initial asked by his ex-girlfriend, I want released. They didn't say why. They just, but in what people are saying was the insinuation it's some sort of sexual deviant behavior so she can get out of the NDA. Then fast forward maybe 24 hours and we got Trent Woods now, the Woods boys. And it comes out a little bit more that maybe Tiger tricked her to get her out of the house. He's like, hey, we're going on vacation. Pack your bags. We're going somewhere special. She packs her bags. He changes the locks so she can't get back in. Now, I got to be honest. I'm not out following Tiger like these guys. A couple things. I didn't know he had a serious girlfriend. I was
6 years. That's
I was taken aback. Not, let's just be superficial. I was expecting Elin Woods or something. She's a average-looking woman. She's not like the Elin Woods in her prime, Tiger Woods thing that we're used to. The continuation, and I don't know if it's been verified, this woman says, his ex-girlfriend of 6 years says, hey, we had a verbal agreement that I can live at this place, your mansion, for 11 years. And you've broken that, which seems odd that you would want to live with your ex-husband in his mansion, but it is a mansion.
Also seems weird that you would have a verbal agreement for 11. That's a very specific, strange thing to have,
Correct. Here's what I know. And this is one of my things with Tiger. And we'll get to the foreplay boys. The man is strange in ways that we probably will never truly, we probably know 1/1,000,000th of what a fetish, weirdo, crazy, sexual psycho, and it is coming from somebody who's got a lot of cobwebs out there, nothing compared to this guy, Tiger Woods, and what he is doing on that mansion, the bunny, I don't know. But again, hasn't said a word. We don't know. It's just Tiger. Like your girlfriend wants to release the NDA. What is going on, Woods boys? Can't hear him. That's how they like it. That's the
exactly.
Tiger.
They're on the NDA too. They probably signed their own NDA with this guy.
That is absolutely how Tiger would have it like set up, where they try to speak.
You know what was weird was the first headline was Tiger tricks his girlfriend out of the mansion, and then at the bottom was like, oh yeah, and by the way, there might be sexual abuse. I was like,
I saw it reverse. I thought the mansion headline was way bigger.
It doesn't work.
Same. I was with Kevin. That's what I saw too.
No, I saw early. Nobody was talking about it. Tiger's yes.
Yeah.
The first thing I saw was Tiger's ex-girlfriend wants out of the NDA basically because sexual deviancy. She wants to be allowed to talk. I saw the mansion.
The opposite because I was about to do 1 Minute Man, and then I was like kind of like joking about it, but then I was like, well, wait a minute. If there's like a full-blown sexual assault or abuse or harassment, like we're kind of burying the lead here. That's why I don't know what it could really be that she's like waiting. Like you just violate the NDA if something, horrendous happens.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's ask the Woods boys.
At one point, they asked her, was there sexual assault? And she said no.
Right.
And then they asked her again, and now it's being like, we're not going to talk about it until the NDA is cleared and all of this stuff. So for her to say that there was no sexual assault, you wouldn't just say that, and then now we're not running with that story. That's the weirdest part of this whole entire situation.
Well, the only thing that I would say, I do agree
there's a couple weird things.
If you did sign an NDA and then you were like, wait a minute, am I allowed to say this? Am I not allowed to say this? Let me talk to my lawyers. Like I wouldn't. I'm just not going to say anything until we know what's out there.
It's a sketchy situation for sure. I mean, this guy's lived a wild life from the time that he was 3 years old on the TV show Putting, and he said that this is going to be the greatest gift to the world. Earl Wood said that this is the greatest gift. What are these
details always come out? Why can't you guys?
The guy has had to live to live a crazy life where things had to be in private, and we have to sign NDAs, and it's not. He can't just show up to a bar.
At what point is someone that you are apparently living with for 6 years, like I've made bad judgment. I would never, it's too reckless. If I'm going to have someone in my house living with him, is he that bad a judge of character? Like you need an NDA with someone you've been with for 6 years?
Oh, wait. I think it's totally normal for him to have an NDA with
your significant other for 6 years?
Well, I think they had one in. They signed it.
I think they had one when they originally started dating. That's probably when they signed the NDA.
It's not a new NDA. It's an NDA from when they first started dating.
He doesn't trust anything of his own.
How could you? And I would also say she's probably upset about the way the breakup went down, getting in separate cars, and then having the lawyers tell you, you're stuck out of the house.
And now, is that because Tiger?
About that, but
is
it's
that
just a weird way to break up?
Well, yeah. Well, is that because Tiger is a pussy? Or because he was scared of her.
Wait a minute. If Logan Roy did this move where he had 2 Suburbans set up on a tarmac and he said, you're going to that one, I'm going to this one, I have a surprise for you in that car. And she shows up and it's all his lawyers saying, you're out of here.
We all think that's the coolest thing ever.
But because it's Tiger Woods, he's a pussy. And
I got to be honest. Frankie. I don't know that Logan Roy is some beacon of he is portrayed as an evil guy. Yeah, so that is essentially my argument for the past 2 decades. Tiger is like an evil guy who portrays himself as Han Solo or Luke Skywalker when he is Vader. And if he's would still in act Disney mode. Yeah. And if he would act like Vader, I'd probably cheer for him. But you're right. He's Logan Roy.
Yeah.
It's just my point to that is that
you picked one of the most despicable, slimy, evil, conniving people in television. That's who you just compared him.
Jeffrey Epstein had NDAs.
Take it easy.
Honestly, anything is in play.
Crazy.
No, that was a crazy name to throw out there. That I don't agree with that part.
Come on, Dave. You can't say that. That's not.
I didn't say it. Kevin did.
It's not even legal.
I don't. Well, what about this too? What is this? The 11-year agreement?
Yeah.
That has to be true. Who makes that up?
That's bizarre. I mean, what if the relationship went well? Then,
do you extend?
I feel like that was like
no, but in that she's the
Imagine
weird
we had
one.
a contract extension negotiation. It's like, this is going well. We want to extend you to 15.
Isn't she the weird one in that situation though? She's like fighting to still live there even though they broke up.
well, she just wants that. She said that's what the money. She said she's suing for $30 million because like 5 years worth of living in that house. That's the amount of money.
Imagine how awful of a personality and a person you got to be Tiger, to be like, I need NDAs so you don't fuck me over. I'll give you an 11-year contract. Like,
Well, he
so you
had
don't
to
leave.
get fucked over.
These are these are the
He
breaks.
got
How
fucked
did he-
over.
These
How?
are the breaks of being one of the greatest athletes of all time. You people are going to be grabbing at you. You got to protect yourself.
Also, clearly something happened between the two of them where he thought that this relationship could no longer exist. So thankfully for him, this stuff was in place, or else she would have just taken him for everything he had. He had to put this stuff in place.
What is it actually going to prevent against?
I mean, I don't know, whatever she wanted to make up, or she can't talk about any
wait.
stuff
I mean,
now.
like, I'm not.
That's what an NDA is. You're not
Are
allowed.
you-
You can't talk about it.
You're not like anti NDA and like prenup and all that shit in general, are you, Dave? I mean, those things make sense.
NDA? Yeah.
You're just
You're
saying
anti-NDA, but you're like,
A prenup I can see with Tiger. He meets someone. Like, you can't talk about like our existence. Yes. Who would do that?
It's very profitable to talk about Tiger Woods. So if you just give somebody who's
Yeah, I don't think
like
that's-
free reign, once it's over, then they're like, let's talk about this interview.
Yeah. Great, Trent Woods.
No.
Here's the thing. It's profitable to talk about Tiger because he's a psychopath.
No,
Like because his
opponent.
ex-wife beats him over the head with a golf club, because he goes from because he gets caught with 38 different women prostitutes, because he's got this 11-year contract in his mansion where you don't know what the hell's going on.
Dude,
So
as
it's
a
not
guy-
like it's profitable because he's famous, and clearly Frankie Woods was saying, going all the way back, he was brought up in some super villainous manner by Earl Woods and one of the great robotic.
I hate to say it
upbringings.
too. I hate to say it too, but just hanging out with Frankie, I watched the Masters with them last year. They have brought me into the Church of Woods. Like, I'm Team
wow.
Dave Tiger alone.
welcome, Eddie.
Of course,
Dude,
We're not trying to bring this on Tiger.
Eyes on him.
Like, God knows now, for the first time, again, I didn't even know he was dating this woman, right? But now I'm like, what the hell is going on in that mansion? Like,
That's why he has you sign an NDA.
As a
because
guy,
he's
who,
crazy.
I'm not in the Church of Tiger, but as a guy, you said you have some cobwebs yourself. Like, there are times where you're like, I'm going to be doing some weird shit with you. You're going to know all my private. I'm going to talk about my family, my money, my business. Like,
no, right.
Talk about that stuff.
But that's like, all right, he dated this woman for 6 years.
But sign this
But it
prior
started-
to.
Yeah, but I would never do that with somebody. Once you're to the
But
point,
you're not.
hey.
You should, by the way. You probably should.
Yeah.
And also, Tiger's even on
No,
another.
no. I have never been like fucked over by somebody who I'm like, this person has my trust. Like, to get to that point where someone's coming at what? Bubbly gang? Is that what you're gonna say? Eddie?
No, I think personal and
right.
business wise, you've kind of had people come at you like with shit that if they were just like quiet, your life would have been easier.
But nobody really that I'm like, oh, I trust this person. Like, this person.
I mean, dude, if you were flying off those dong pics, like, there's a level of trust there. Like, you didn't think they would send those out.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm not asking for NDA. Like, if I'm about to send a dong pic, I'm not like NDA first. You just go, and if you get
But
burned, you get burned.
I think, yeah. Listen, you from the hip and you get burned, but like Tiger and a lot of other people
If you
don't.
think we're
that's
talking
not the
about
argument here. I
a
don't think.
general basic like sexing, I don't. Again, I've had some weird stuff. I prefer not to be in the injury. I'm telling you, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 1. I don't know what's going on at Casa de
Well,
Woods.
that's the thing, though.
I
Tiger-
guarantee you.
like,
And we're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna keep it so nobody knows.
So
what's
it
going
just
on
goes
at
back.
Costa
It
Woods.
just goes back to my original thing, and it's what Frankie Woods said. He compared him to Roy, and that is who he is. And if he embraced it, it's like, I'm the creepiest, weirdest, fucking most vile, dirty, like crazy human who ever lived, but I can hit a golf ball. I'm in on him. But you guys make him seem like he's I don't know who, Mr. Rogers. Like, you know, he's just a clean, good-looking, good role model guy, and he's not. And he is one guy in private, and we don't even know what that is. We don't even know what that is in
I
private.
don't know why Tiger Woods has to be the guy that you know everything about, like every part of his sexual life and all the weird shit he gets into. We don't put this on anyone else. We're like, we want to know everything you're doing, every girl you're fucking.
No, we don't.
All the weird shit you search on the internet.
No, we
Like,
don't.
You don't
Hey,
deal with.
hey,
you don't
can
deal
you
with
give me?
anyone else.
All right, real quick, give me one other celebrity right now who has an ex-girlfriend of 6 years begging to get out of an NDA to talk about their sexual weirdness. Who is it?
This is the only one I can think of on top of the head.
Yeah, so it's not like the public. It's not like the
Tom
public.
Brady went through like a very weird fucking breakup going on.
No, he didn't. Nothing like that. No, but
What
nobody.
About,
no.
Amber Heard and who else?
Johnny Depp shitting on his bed and shit.
Okay, fine. Yeah, but Depp Depp will talk about it.
This is crazy. You got Frankie and Trent basically on team sexual abuser.
No!
Portnoy, who's the most publicly burned guy ever.
No.
This is a crazy rundown. There's none of this.
Get out of here.
Dude, that was crazy what you just did. That's speculation.
Well, you guys better watch what you say. When that NDA comes out, if they start talking about what really happened and you have all these fucking rundowns of you being like, Tiger's fine and he's a sexual abuser, you're going to look fucking stupid. And
I'm leaving the
you
church
don't
if
even
that's
NDAs.
We're just saying we don't know what's going on, and we just have to go through the law process.
But let's clarify. The public isn't out. I don't wake up be like, damn, I got to know what Tiger Woods is doing in his private life. You wake up, his face is mangled by a golf club. And you're like, whoa, what happened? He got hit over the head. He crashed on Thanksgiving morning. You're like, you wake up, he drove into a tree, falling asleep like 100 miles per hour. You wake up, his girlfriend of 6 years is like, we have a 10-year contract. This NDA, I got to get out of it and tell everybody what a deviant he is. So we're not looking for it, and who knows what happened. All I'm saying is he has lived. His image for so long was the clean, perfect. And you're right, Earl Woods. If Earl Woods brings anybody up, you're going to be fucked up crazy person. Let's just not put him on a human pedestal. Golf pedestal, human, whoop, and that's fine. Because then I can root for flawed people. Yep. But you guys, you don't acknowledge it. Like, we're not craving Tiger info. Who else of his level has this type of shit constantly happening?
We're diehard fans of Tiger Woods. We love this guy, the golfer that he is.
You're Putin.
Why is that?
You're China.
You act like you love him like he's your fucking friend or your brother.
We love him like, everybody's got flaws. It's like, you can't just abandon somebody because they got flaws.
He's somebody like
True.
Who he's going to eat. What is it, Adam and Eve? He's going to eat the apple like
every
1,000 out of 1,000.
Every time. Like,
not even a hesitation. Not even know he's doing anything bad. Just pick it up, eat it. Be like, what's up, fellas, as he's eating the apple.
There has got to be people on his team who are like, dude, you're not allowed to have any more girlfriends. You're not allowed to drive a car. You just stay in your fucking house and play golf.
No,
and that's it, because
I
you
think
can't be trusted with anything else.
I think it's the opposite. People on team, just own it. Just go up and be like, you know what?
Whatever.
I'm that guy.
Well,
like, I will fuck
is?
your wife right in front of you. I will do. I do it all. I have
I-
NDAs. They're out the window. You want to
You
talk
wouldn't
about
do that
me?
if you were Tiger
No,
Woods,
dude,
Dave.
no.
Come on, that's an
problem is,
unrealistic
Dave,
assumption.
Why?
Even
Because
if,
he's
like,
Tiger Woods.
What does that mean?
Like, he's the leader of Nike's brand. Like, you act like he's in golf, which is like this like prim and proper sport. Like, you think Tiger was gonna say, "I'm gonna fuck your wife"? Like he
may not verbatim, but like,
I mean, come on,
just get up there and be like, everything you think or heard about me is true.
Not realistic.
So stop bothering
the
me.
reason why is because I'll fuck your wife is like the tip of the iceberg with Tiger. Like, if his shit, like you said, we don't even know the stuff he does.
That's the thing. We probably still know the least about him. So
if he admitted all that, though, like, bare minimum, it's going to be like, yeah, Tiger likes to pee on me, because we know he always asked about that.
And again, that is going to be like elementary school.
That's what I mean, though.
Anything is on the table.
First, that if you're admitting all the really weird shit you do, then your career's they're right. Your career is over.
Why? They'd still
Because
root
it's
for
gonna
him.
be
Is
so
there
weird.
anything he could do minus murder that would cause you? And even then, I think if you're like, well, we didn't need that guy on Earth anyway.
Okay, how about
I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to speculate on how far it goes.
No, I'll go out there and say if there is confirmed sexual assault in this situation, we're gonna have to that's bad stuff. We're
Okay,
gonna have to
all right, how about this? How about this?
Tiger Woods
What
fandom.
if Tiger Woods is doing consensual Army Hammer shit? What if he's a cannibal?
This is great. I don't know.
But that's what I mean. Like everything's on the table with him. If Army Hammer's doing it, then Tiger Woods could easily.
Tiger Woods is doing something wrong. We're gonna say that right now.
Are you, though?
Speculative? Yes.
Do you think Kendall? Do you think Kendall Roy did anything or anything wrong?
And Kendall Roy does whatever he has to do to win,
Logan.
which is
Okay.
Logan Roy. Excuse
Logan
me.
Roy.
Do you think Logan Roy has done anything wrong in the history of Succession? Because that's who you compared Tiger to.
I said the move was cool. If Logan Roy did it, you'd been like, "That's the best episode ever." When Tiger Woods does it, he's an asshole. It's like, well, it's like a cool asshole.
No, but I think again, most people like Logan Roy is a badass, but he's a certified asshole.
I would say covering up the murder of that waiter in season 1 was not great.
They have things
Not
similar.
great.
They have things similar. Listen, I mean, we're not going to speculate. Let this thing play out the way it's playing out. We're getting
When this news broke, did you guys just kind of look at each other in a code of silence? Like, let's just hope nobody sees this? Because you guys didn't say a word about it.
We wanted the facts to come out. We didn't want to jump on something and then
You're not Michael Scott. Like, control the story before it controls you. Alert the media.
We huddled together. We were together when it happened.
we just want all the facts to
a
come
couple
out.
eyes were looking around. We were darting eyes around a little bit.
I will say, being able to have your trust break up with someone for you is pretty awesome. Then call your lawyers and be like, just break up with it for me. I'm out of here. Just you do it. Oh,
Crazy.
what a dream.
Crazy.
All right. There's
All right.
a 4-point.
all
right.
boys.
What a segment. I cannot believe you don't see the value of NDAs and that kind of shit. That's nuts, Dave.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I am what I am. Like,
yeah, but you know,
the Coke video,
like,
Dave.
you're living hell because of people talking about you. Like, if you could just stop that.
Listen, I'd prefer that Coke video wasn't out there. I don't give a fuck. What did I say? What did I say that? If you haven't been at a party where there's Coke being done, you're a loser.
Yeah, but if you have something to sign before someone walks in that party, then that Coke video probably doesn't get out, right?
There is
I actually,
virtually nothing I've ever. The only thing that gets me uneasy is the people around me. There's nothing I've done where I'm like so embarrassed that I'm like, damn, I wish like I wouldn't do that because people saw it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, you are always like comfortable with the choices you make.
Correct.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Tiger, though, like, I would say it's actually smart for a guy like Tiger Woods to be like, I'm fucking out of control. I'm on drugs. I'm a sex addict. I don't know what's going to happen. So we got to try to control this because I don't even trust
Do you
myself.
know how much he'd be? I would love him if he's that exact quote. I'm a drug addict. I'm a sex addict. I'm out of control. I don't know what's going to happen. That's like John Daly.
I agree.
And
It's
people love him.
that they're right, though. Like, if he was on the come up or had already lost all of his endorsements, but like he would lose everything if he currently said that.
No, he wouldn't. America loves that shit. Dustin Johnson, people like. John Daly is the most perfect. People love that story because we all have flaws.
Yeah, and I feel like the people who drop him would get hit hard. Like, oh, this guy admitted his flaws and he's trying to better himself. The thing would be he'd have to try to better himself and not just keep doing it, though. And I don't think Tiger wants to do that.
I guess I'm going to jump around in the order here, sticking with flaws. Ja Morant, so he's suspended the gun, but the strip club releases the photo, and the exact quote was marvelous Morant. Like he was that's what the owner said. He was Mr. Morant was marvelous, like super generous, super nice. It is. So I couldn't. First of all, I don't know how much the strip club owner got paid, but now that is a serious breach of trust.
Unconstitutional. Like that guy, that should be. It actually is a pretty cool picture, and I don't think Ja Morant cares. But if you're going to start releasing strip club pictures, then we don't have anything as a country anymore.
Was he in the strip club alone? I thought it was so weird. There's like one guy kind of staring at him. Ja Morant
cannot do that to people. Like, your whole business. Would you ever go there again if you were a top superstar? I'd never go to that club ever.
If Ja Morant is who he says he is, that guy should be dead within a month.
Yeah, right.
Like Ja Morant's like, I'm this bad guy, guns. You want to fuck around and find out? A strip club just got paid by TMZ to release this photo of you. Like,
well, that's got to be more like a security guard, right? Like not the owner of the club. Like
But
somebody,
the owner is quoted in the
Someone's
article.
filming it.
Yeah, that's because I mean, if you ask me like how much money would it take, I would be like, I'd have to calculate the lifetime earnings I could make with my club because it's going to be fucking zero after this.
Yeah, I guess the only other spin, the owner be like, that picture, if we're recording him the whole time, I'm sure there was more shit than just that. So it's not the worst, but still crazy.
Never see more money on a floor. And he went back twice in 2 days, too. So
Crazy amount of money. Yeah, and they said that they had a team meeting right before being like, don't go out anymore. And
Yeah.
He's got to just be like intentionally burning it down, right?
He's got problems.
You
Pat
think the
Bev's
money
supposed to
was
be here
real?
in like 5 minutes. I'd love to pull him in on this.
Who?
Pat Bev.
Oh, really?
He's supposed to be here in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, if he comes in, I'd love that. Would be great to get his take on it. He never, Pat Bev though, won't give you the juice. Like he won't go after Morant. He'll be like, hey, he's a kid. He's gonna learn. He won't do it. Is my guess.
We'll see. We'll see.
We got Proper Wild, 3 new flavors, strawberry, kiwi, apple, lemon, lime. We're in March. New Year's resolutions, starting to maybe lose that will. Proper Wild gives you clean energy to keep going. Authentic, true to the franchise. No preservatives, no artificial sweeteners, no chemicals. Just a natural tasting energy shot. Clean ingredients that work. Go to properwild.com/barstool. 30% off. Keeps it going. You have Pat Bev?
Yeah, he's here.
All right. I guarantee you he won't talk about it. Or he won't bash him.
Hey, before you walk in, we're on the rundown. Dave wanted to get your take on something.
Yes.
Ja Morant.
Lost his mind.
All right, yes. What are you doing?
Parenting.
What are you doing? What would you do to the strip club owner who released the photo of him in the strip club?
Nothing. You can't. That's the nature of the beast. That's why we all on fucking the pod now, because this social media has gotten out of hand. So you can't get mad at the guy.
You can't get mad at a strip club owner? That's not like a code of...
The strip club's always like, put your phone away, put your phone away, put your phone away, and then they're the ones dropping it.
No, you can't get mad at them. Owner probably put it out to get a little bit more paper. Who fucking cares? No one cares about the strip club guy. We care about the product that's been released, and that's the video.
So what about what? And I'm sure you've been asked. Would you draft Ja Morant right now if he was? You would. You just think he gets over all this?
Yeah, you put a good vet around him. Blah 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 blah. This that.
But how stupid can one human be? Because it's not just that he did the gun video. It's that like for 2 or 3 weeks.
Not stupid. I think that's a harsh word. Not stupid. Maybe. Fame mixed with success, mixed with a ton of money, mixed with a ton of freedom. In the wrong hands, it's not a good potion.
That's a nice ring, but Pat, I'm gonna counter you and say he's stupid, and here's why.
You can't.
No, you can. You can call people stupid.
No, you can't.
You're allowed to. People call.
I mean, people can't. You can, but most people can't.
Well, if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's a duck.
It might be a chicken sometime.
Listen, this guy had for 3 weeks. Hey, we heard Ja Morant
But you knew that.
But all the stories are already out there.
But you
and
knew
then
that.
he goes in on Instagram Live. Does he not know what the word live means when he has a gun in his hand on Instagram Live? You can't say that's not stupid. That's stupid.
We don't know if the video was old or not. What the whole situation is awful. The whole situation is awful. Everyone's at fault in the situation. Everyone, not just one person. A situation like this, you can't just point the finger at one person. Everyone in the situation could have been better, and next time they will.
See, I knew we were going to get the politician.
Oh, wait, okay.
But you see, how I gave you a little bit of flair first, and then I brought the politician on the side.
Yeah. So
what happens though? Like one thing we do know is, or at least we think we know. They said stop going out. Like they had a team meeting, right? Where like everyone's got to like pull it together, and then he's out of the club like right away. What about something like that?
No one's perfect. Someone's missed curfew on each team. I don't think we all made a Zoom meeting on time. That's what that is in this world. All
right, let me ask you another question that you're not going to answer.
Okay.
One of the things that we kept hearing, and Shannon Sharp, and it was a big one with like Skip. And everyone's like, he's trying to pretend to be something he's not. He's trying to pretend to be like a gangster, like a thug, the guns. And then you'd hear people like, he grew up in a good family, good neighborhood. He's just not. And I think it was Shannon, or they were talking like, maybe he is. Maybe this is who he is. What's your take on him? Like, is he pretending? Does he want that? Or is he may be that? Like, if you keep doing it.
I think music has a lot to do with this now, especially with this culture. Everybody holding a gun in the video is okay. Bling on your teeth, that's okay. Pants half down your ass, that's okay. So like, that's like okay now. Back in the day, there was a motherfucker on the beach with a silk shirt talking about yeah, baby, yeah, let's party like we in the 80s. Everybody had on 6 shirts. Everybody was dressed the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just a product of what we listen to. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with the culture now, it's shoot 'em up, bang, 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 shoot 'em up, bend you over. I got this amount of money. I'm on private jets, that. I mean, that's what the, younger generation is. Sadly to say, it shouldn't be based on our music, but it is mostly based on what we listen to, and that's how it is. Eminem came out, and Eminem was rapping and got palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, like, he had on a hoodie. Everybody back then had on hoodies and big jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Eminem would have came out like, yeah, I carry pipes, I carry straps, I got 12 guns, every white kid in America would have had a fucking gun on him back then.
All right, last question. Good rant on the state of society and music. Okay. How come you can't call somebody stupid, but you can call all the people in the Chicago office fat?
Not fat. I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I said husky, and my second noun I used was sturdy.
I heard fat.
Sturdy might be even meaner than
never
fat.
hear that word out of my mouth.
Husky. You'll never call anybody fat?
No. I'm a good human, like by nature.
That doesn't mean if you're fat, you're fat. Eddie's fat. He knows.
Maybe you just a different word. I like your style. Hey, Dave, Rob, listen. I like your style.
Do you call him Rob?
No. That's what I first called you. Oh, that's 1 for Pat, 0 for you. That's what I first called you when we first did our show.
Yeah.
Noted. Not locked in. Noted. Say less. Got up 1, Pat Bev. Say less. Hey, listen, I have a show to do, man. You guys take it easy, okay?
All right, bye.
All right. Good to see you, Dave.
Yeah.
There you go.
My guy Pep. Hey, Pep. Waits till he goes on ESPN to drop bars. Here, everyone's a great guy. Everybody's in perfect shape.
That music thing will get picked up. That's going to be interesting. I think people are going to have something to say about that.
That's like video games. All right. Jake Paul runs away. This clip, I thought was like one of the funniest clips I'd ever seen. Like, I was laughing at it. Now, I think it's a work. I think Mayweather and Paul are probably going to fight. If not, I guess, like, if Jake Paul really
agreed on in advance a work, or like when the situation arises and it's both like wink, wink. Let's.
I don't think it's nearly as volatile as. Like, obviously, if Jake Paul thought that's a real situation, he's about to get jumped, and he runs away, it's not as funny. It's like a volatile situation. Jake Paul is the greatest entertainer, like, going. Like, he always does things that you just don't see. Like, when's the last time you saw whether you want to say he's a real boxer or not, like, sprinting away down the street? You don't see it. And there's something about it being right outside, like, a Miami Heat game. There's tons of cameras. Police, I think, were there. I just don't think it was real. If it was, he thought it was Jake, but I just think they're going to fight. Either way, I think it's just a hilarious visual.
Who faults Jake for running away, right? Like, you run into Mayweather and his crew. Like, I don't blame him for running.
You know what, though? I'm with you on that. Like, Jake did a great job. He went on Instagram afterwards and was making fun of himself like he always does.
Yep.
And explained, like, if it's 1-on-1, I'll fight anybody. If it's 1-on-30, I'm going to run away. But I'm just thinking, if I was talking all that shit and I was Jake Paul and I am known for fighting, I'm in the fight game, I don't think I would run away. Like, I would walk away. I would remove myself.
There
was enough, like, security and somebody with, like, that had, like, a badge or whatever it looked like. I don't think you actually, gonna get like beat to death by the money gang. So I would maybe at least try to walk away at first.
But that's
because the visual of like literally like is not a good look when you are fighting and you talk
or
shit.
it's a great look because we're talking about it and now it's setting and that's what I agree with you. Eddie's right. If you think you're gonna, and if you're in like a dark alley with nobody around, but it wasn't that. And I'm trying to think, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't recall a situation of like Mayweather's crew ever like beating somebody up in the street.
Because
he's got a big crew,
the money too. Like,
oh, he's got a huge crew.
Yeah.
The money team. I used to live down, but
they're not gonna like.
Have they ever beaten anybody up?
Yeah, no, because that fucks with the money. If you get a charge against you or whatever,
they probably do a lot of pushing and shoving and sell fights.
Yeah. That's why I would think though, like if I was Jake, unless you're saying I'm gonna run away to be called a pussy, like I don't know if he wants to.
I never underestimated him.
You think he's willing to be like, everybody call me a pussy?
He's willing to do anything, and then he goes to 50-on-1. I'll fight 1-on-1. Oh, I think he's brilliant. He can do anything.
I think he spun it though. I think he can spin it after the fact. I don't know if in the moment he was like, "Let me run away and I'll make this promo." I think he was like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here," and then.
Yeah, but he had that promo out instantly.
Yeah, he was smart.
The Oscars, I didn't realize flying. I saw Gaga with a unbelievable performance. I know there was an awkward interview, Ashley Graham and the guy, Hugh Grant. Super awkward interview with them. And then there's a lot of controversy, or was there? Everything, all about everything, like swept the awards. Jamie Lee Curtis won. And I guess there was like the typical, like, oh, there's racism because the other people didn't win. I saw that bubbling up on internet. I actually don't even remember Jamie Lee from that movie. I didn't like that movie, by the way.
I haven't seen it yet, but I feel like I'm going to have to watch it because enough.
I didn't like it.
Won absolutely everything.
Really?
Did you see it, Eddie?
No, but I heard it was amazing.
Jeff D. Lowe sent that to me early. I don't know if I was in the right mind frame. It was just, I did not love it. No.
It's like a sci-fi multiverse. It's definitely,
which I generally like sci-fi.
Yeah,
but.
So do I. I got to give it a shot.
Well, let me ask you this, Dave. You're not going to like this, but my biggest takeaway, and I was happy about, was that Elvis got shut out. I thought Elvis was horrible.
I did not think Elvis was that good.
Okay, all right.
It was entertaining. I'd see it, but I didn't like the style they did it at all.
Neither did I. He was great. Butler was great, but besides that, and also like, it's good that the Oscars is getting smart now. It's kind of felt like a people-pleasing one, whereas like a bunch of like Brendan Fraser won, Jamie Lee Curtis, his name escapes me, but Data and the kid from Indiana Jones, like he won. Like it seems like they're getting like regular people back involved, where like everyone knows what this movie is. Not just.
I also though I think I don't have a problem with bringing a little bit of reality to it. Like if you just lost. I hate how everyone's always like, "Oh, congrats! I love you. I'm happy you won and I lost." Like, I think it's kind of crazy. I don't think you were
like
gonna
Angela Bassett. You're referring to,
yeah,
because she was stone faced when she lost. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think you're gonna win Best Supporting for your role in Wakanda Part 2, Black Panther Part 2. Like, it's just if she was like the front runner or something, maybe.
Yeah, she definitely
if it is more racial, then okay, but.
The everything all about everywhere, whatever that is. I do remember the Asian actress is like the main. I remember her way more than Jamie Lynn. I saw her, Jamie Lee.
It was Best Supporting Actress. So
yeah, right. Oh,
that's the role. Like
yeah, but I thought her face was on the screen when she was.
Oh, I don't know. But my point being, like, I think sometimes it would be okay to have people be a little more like, "Fuck, I'm sad I lost," because Hollywood's so fake and phony. But I just don't know if she was the one to do it.
Another huge story that I've been trying to bone up on is bank failure. It's Silicon Valley Bank. Any of you guys bank people?
Yeah, I just did a podcast on this.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, so. Eddie, I'm going to explain it how I think I understand it. This SVP, Silicon SVB, they're not like a tier 1 bank, meaning like JP Morgan or Chase or even Citizens. So they're doing basically loans for high risk crypto startup, a place those guys can go get money. Those companies not doing so hot. They need their money back to make payroll or do whatever because economy's turned. This bank doesn't have all that money, primarily because they've been investing in like treasury bonds or something safe, but those are down. So it's like, we don't have the money to give all these people back. Word gets out, they're struggling. Everybody rushes because you hear, this bank's struggling. And then the thing that everybody says every time, which to this day, to the day I die, I will not understand. No bank ever has enough money if everyone comes at once to get it. To me, I don't get that. I feel like a bank should have your money. I put it there. I want it there. I want to get it back. The last part, the government, which is right. Like, how would you like to be somebody who deposited money there? It's not really like a company, and you don't know any better, and then your money's gone. That's bullshit. So the government's saying we'll give back the investors who deposited their money, and don't worry, the taxpayers won't pay for it. That I don't understand. Like, somebody's paying for it. And now I've heard there's bank taxes. Everyone puts it into a pool, and that's what it's for. But that pool is nowhere big enough to cover all of these deposits. I use the analogy. I talked about my house, where they put the TV on the wrong side of my house, and it was their fault. I'm like, that's your fault. I'm not paying for it. They're like, you're right. It's not your fault. You won't pay for it. And then the price of the sod in my lawn suddenly went way up. So it's like, they didn't say I was paying for it, but I'm paying for it. How'd I do, Eddie?
You did a pretty good job. From what I understand, like you said, they were very into bonds and big tech, Silicon Valley. Those are not doing well. So then I heard the first domino to drop was Peter Thiel, the guy who bankrolled Hogan. And once he started pulling and other people started pulling, they're like, oh, fuck, we got to get out. And then they're not liquid enough to get all these people out. So
they bought all the treasuries before the pandemic, and those rates went up. So no one's going to buy those treasuries because you got a shitty rate. So they have worthless treasuries, but they need as much money as they can because of the run on the bank. But
so did anybody do anything that either of you would put up in criminal, or is just like bad luck, bad timing can happen to anybody?
I think it's just bad timing. I mean, I don't think it's, unless there's some sort of like the people that are handling the money are not like qualified at all. It's just, I think they all made a bad bet on startups and tech, and then when the dominoes start to fall, it's like what can you do? Everybody asks for their money back.
Well, the one thing that's changed, I don't know everything about this, but there are stress tests that they apply to each bank that used to be public, but they're not public anymore. And they were not like passing these stress tests, supposedly.
But that's also where Dave was saying they're not like a fully accredited bank or whatever it is. So there's probably something that says like, we're not one of the blue chips. So there is more risk inherently, but I don't think you expect to.
Right. And I would definitely, like, if I lived near one of these banks and I just moved to the area, I would probably pick that bank without having any idea what I'm doing.
Right.
You have a bunch of ATMs around and you're across the street, you're in my bank.
But so, I mean, banks don't always have, they're using it, it's like.
I know they use it, but.
Deposit your money with me and you deposit.
Yeah, I know they use it.
If I loan, they took your money that you two deposited and loaned it to me because I want to take out a big loan. They're making money on the interest, yada, yada. But if you two all of a sudden come collecting, it's just a bad, like.
I guess when I think of a bank, and people are an idiot. Listen, when I invest in the stock market, I'm very well aware I can lose my money. I'm trying to make money. I don't think the average person knows if you give it to a bank, they're investing in startups, in crypto. Why am I giving my money to you? Like, I could just invest in crypto and have it sit in the stock market and lose it that way. So that is the part, and maybe I'm a novice or I don't do the research, but why would anyone invest? If you're just trying to get interest in a place basically so you don't have to keep all your money in your house, why would you give it to somebody who is taking much bigger risks with your money than a traditional bank?
But how much research do you do? Like, I'm
None.
not doing. Yeah, exactly. I'm not
Correct.
doing research into their.
So that to me is a regulation issue.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, and I think it.
Well, that's where, I mean, they do what? The FDIC is up to like 150 or 250. I think they went above that in this case because they were bailing everybody out. But I guess it's like, we'll try to federally protect you as much as we can. But
Like there should be.
It would just be. I don't think there would be banks. It's like why? What would I? Why would I take your money and protect it and hold it and like for what? Because I got to be able to make some money myself, and I'm going to use it for this and that.
Yeah, right. I guess, but I keep with this bank getting caught up, and I keep hearing they were investing in startups, crypto, high risk shit.
Yeah, it's like that's crazy.
That to me is not a bank. That's like you're a VC, and that changes what you normal person. If you call it a bank, there should be like some sort of rules on what that bank can invest in, or it should be called like high risk Silicon Valley Bank.
Yeah. No, I mean, watch It's a Wonderful Life. Like that's it.
I don't know what that means. Chicken wing lawsuit. This is happening in your hometown, Eddie. This is what? What are you laughing at? It is.
No, yeah. I mean,
This is a crazy story. So there's a lawsuit against Buffalo Wild Wings where a consumer is saying a boneless chicken wing is not a chicken wing at all. It's a chicken nugget. He's right.
Fired up about
He's right.
the clarification of wing, boneless wing, nugget, strip, tender, popcorn. There's a million different ways, and they get very upset about it.
Isn't that the general? There's no such, if you really think about it, I'm on this, guys, there is no such thing as a boneless chicken wing.
No, they're not fucking slicing off a flat and just bundling
Correct.
it. No,
Well, but that's like, I think a lot of chicken is like you might not be eating the exact part. It's all kind of.
But it doesn't specify like chicken wing, boneless chicken wing.
Like what?
It's not chicken wing.
First of all, Buffalo Wild Wings, I fucking love it. I think it's great. I like their boneless wings. I love their sauces. So I'm Team B Dubs. These people get so bent out of shape. First of all, anybody who says eating wings, like boneless wings, is, I don't know, not manly. It's like sometimes I don't want to be a fucking mess.
I've never heard that. Yeah.
Oh man, so many people are like, you're a chick if you don't get wings, whatever. But why does it? Who cares if you call it a wing or a nugget? You know what you're getting. It's not like you ordered.
Well, I think you can have more variety, and it's like they're advertising something it's not. Is it dark meat? Is it thigh? Is it wing? I don't know.
It's the easiest
if you
way
have
to
like an
describe it.
allergy,
I want it. No, you could just call it a chicken nugget or chicken finger.
Yeah, but then it doesn't hit as hard. Like they're in the wing business, Like they don't want.
Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't have chicken fingers? They must.
well, that's the thing. It's like a chicken finger is just going to be longer. A wing is going to be a wing. A nugget will be
A chicken ball.
I actually, yeah, like to me, if you put a nugget and a Buffalo Wild Wings boneless wing, I would know the difference. Like I could tell the difference between that. Nuggets are usually a little softer, a little more shaped the same way, and a boneless wing is like crispier and thicker. So, like, I do think there is a difference. Whether or not it's literally a wing, I don't know. But we don't know what the fuck we're talking
I
about.
want to sue, but I do think moving forward, we should eliminate the boneless wing. There should be no such thing as a boneless wing. A chicken wing is a chicken wing with a wing, with the bone.
They are different from a nugget. If you ordered a 10-piece nuggets from Wendy's and it showed up like boneless wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, you'd be like, "What the fuck's up with these nuggets? These are different."
Well, that's because Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, that's because they're already established, I think, Kev.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, you know what I mean, Eddie? Like a boneless wing is like a
chicken. I think it's a chicken finger, basically.
When I think of a
more...
boneless wing, it's always a little more of like a ball, and it's.
I think it's more like a finger.
Fried more. I think of a nugget as like a soft.
No, the biggest difference is the wings. They toss them in sauce. Like.
Yeah, but you can get boneless in sauce.
So if I took
that's what I'm saying. A
if I
boneless
took
wing is tossed in sauce.
So can chicken wing.
Yeah, I know, but a chicken nugget typically is not tossed in sauce.
But if I took a
That's
nugget,
true.
If I took a nugget and I put that in buffalo sauce, tossed it, you would then declare that a wing, a boneless wing?
No, that's my whole point. No.
Yeah, I think there's a clear difference between textures when you're talking boneless wing and nugget, and a shape.
But even this discussion lends the fact there's consumer confusion by the advertising, and it may be a legitimate lawsuit. I wouldn't be surprised
but
if
I'm
we
saying
won.
this discussion proves that there's different. If you just all of a sudden, if you're just going to say that there's chicken with bones in it and chicken without, I think if you ordered chicken nuggets and you got fingers, if you ordered fingers and you got boneless wings, if you ordered nuggets and you got popcorn chicken, and you would just say, well, it just doesn't have a bone in it, I think they're all very different.
Syracuse, this story we can go over, I guess, quick. I respect Jimmy Boeheim. So there's a guy who's been very negative about Syracuse sports on the radio. They missed the tournament. This dude has been fired. Jim Boeheim is a part owner of the station. The general manager basically comes out and says, yeah, he's been too negative about Syracuse sports. He's out. I respect it. At least say it. Don't be like, we are pro Syracuse sports. We are communist China here in Syracuse. By the way, I will be going to Syracuse. They won the High Noon Best Bar, so we'll be doing bar crawl there. And we're going to keep it rainbows and daiquiris and high noons. Everything's going to be very positive so we don't get kicked off campus.
Yeah, so it's an on-campus station, radio station?
Well, Syracuse is like a city, so I think it's just like the local sports channel.
Affiliate.
I was trying to compare it to like my school, but like they're very different because
it would be like Michigan, like Ann Arbor is a city. There is the school broadcast no one listens to, but then there's talk radio.
Yeah, I think it was ESPN affiliated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that's crazy. I thought it was more like this is a school thing.
No.
Oh,
At least in the picture it was. But hey, do you spend 47 years somewhere? You deserve to give a couple fuck yous on your way out, right?
I like it. Just take people down as you go out.
And maybe he's looking out for the guy behind him. Like, if this is like a program hate him, like, don't worry, I'm doing this for you before you go.
I think Jimmy acted for Jimmy Boeheim.
Right, because actually it's the opposite. Like, the more everyone, like, this is the world ending, it lowers expectations as opposed to being like, basketball program's in a great shape. Everything's, look, the sun is out, the beaches are open, everybody's having a wonderful time. Last one, I just seen the highlights. I couldn't be less interested in the WBC, World Baseball Classic. I almost wish I was interested because the United States seems to be the only country not interested in it. Like, people are going bananas in the crowd. Mexico beat the piss out of us. Are you guys at all interested watching?
I watched the USA Great Britain game. My take is, at least from there, everyone's shitting on Great Britain. Their uniforms, they were pretty basic. But USA, like, we're known for our hockey uniforms and like great USA uniforms. I don't feel like those are up to par either. I don't know if you like those or not.
I haven't even seen them.
I haven't seen them.
Did we lose to Great Britain?
No, we beat them and lost to Mexico.
Listen, the Caribbean teams and Japanese teams are like, they love the sport way more than like America does on the whole. So it's going to be. I mean, I remember I think Puerto Rico playing the Dominican last time. It was a scene.
Yeah, people going nuts, locker room videos. I see a picture of Mike Trout. I think it's a good uniform if that's what I'm looking
at. The hat specifically. I think that, and I don't know if they've changed it much.
Is that the uniform?
The hat specifically is what I'm talking about. I'm saying. I think the hat could be better.
By the way, I saw Jock Peterson playing for Israel. I think he's just lying. I'm pretty sure he's not Jewish.
That's your guy.
They've always been loosey-goosey with that. Like, I know Mike Piazza played for the Italian team. I think Giancarlo Stanton tried to play for them once. Like, I think it's just like whatever your family tree maybe says. But America, like, I hate it because I'm always just like, I don't want my guys to get injured. And so I'm never going to care about the WBC. I'm just like holding my breath if they get through it without injury. Until you change that, like, until the fans care. I think that was the thing. Our pitchers were scrubs.
I have an answer, Eddie. What is throwing you off with the hat? You absolutely cannot go U.S. They have no A on it.
Yeah, it's just not like it, and it's just one little.
There is nothing that is more. There's a couple different versions of it, but like you need the A. We're USA. Like that is you don't chant the crowd. The crowd is not chanting U.S. It's USA is us.
What is the chest say? Like the uniform?
The chest was USA. If that's was
cool.
That's crazy.
Did you see the Ohtani thing?
I mean, this hat. I don't know where this hat came from, but this is right? This is retro. I'm looking. This hat's so good, I may go order it online right now. That's the hat that they got to be wearing, the 80 Olympic hats.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right, Eddie. These hats are a disgrace.
Yeah.
What was the Ohtani thing?
So Ohtani hit a home run, and the person who caught it gave it to everyone around them, and they were taking pictures with the ball. And then it was just like agreed upon they were going to give it back after.
This is in Japan, or
I don't know exactly where it was, but I assume so. And that's like part of the culture. Like everyone got a moment.
It was Japanese people doing it.
And are you saying, is the story now someone didn't give it back?
No. Someone gave it back, but I'm just
That
saying
would never
how much it
happen
means.
here.
That
Yeah.
would be the story in America.
No,
The first guy would take a selfie and hit the fucking Jake Paul, hit the dash, and get out of there with it.
100%. All right, that's a rundown. We got March Madness right around the corner. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that, any Final Fours you want to give. I've already given mine, but Bama, Duke, Miami, UCLA. I got Bama beating Miami in the finals. It was a long weekend streaming hoops. And $1,600 of Chinese food I ordered.
What?
$1,600 in
You
2
just
days.
got it set up like every day? Yeah.
We ordered 2 days, and I was afraid Penn would frown upon it, so I paid for it.
Is it because are the big boys in town, or is it just?
It was like 8 of us. It was a big group. It was like 8 or 9 of us. But,
Oh wait, you got to give me. You haven't done Disney talk, have you? Or did you?
Oh no, I haven't. It was fun. It was good to go. Jeff Delo's a psycho. I mean,
he had the laminated. This.
he had like unironically, he's like, if anybody needs granola bars, gets thirsty, like he had the backpack
Like
with
a
stuff.
parent.
And like 10 times, I'd be hungry, need a granola bar, need like energy, like literally throughout the trip. The laminated sheets, very like, we got to be here at this time. We got to be here at this time. I thought the ride I went on, the first Star Wars, was better than Ride of the Resistance. I liked Ride of Resistance, but it's more an experience. It's like not a ride almost. It's very cool. I hate roller coasters. People know that. We went on Guardians of the Galaxy. Intense roller coaster. Jeff Delo, again, kind of lied because he's like, I didn't know it was a roller coaster. It's like, you literally know every step of that park.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
So you got duped into going on like some crazy shit that you don't usually go on?
Yeah, I hate roller coasters. I tweeted out.
Bob Fox was the worst of the bunch, right? He was
And that wasn't really a movement one as much. It was like 3D, he said, gets them. I will say, and people are going to make fun of me, and any non-roller coaster person will know what I'm saying is the truth. There is almost nothing less respected than when a non-roller coaster person, myself, says, we don't like roller coasters. Roller coaster people act like in one ear, out the other. It's not like the roller coaster people will say that's the best feeling. Like, it's great. It feels good to you. I guarantee you, you are not experiencing the feeling that goes through my body. I want to throw up. There's not an ounce of like, hey, it's fun to be scared, or no, it's a horrible feeling.
So
and
why do
roller
you
coaster
care?
people do not believe it. What?
It's also like, what do they care if I'm on the ride next to them or not? You like it, you go on. I'll meet you at the fucking end.
I don't even like the Slinky Dog, which I know is a child roller coaster. It makes me feel awful. I go on it because I didn't want to be the guy on the ride, but like I had no idea what Guardians of the Galaxy was when we went on it. And it was like 5 minutes of fucking terror. Pure terror.
We got to get rid of that shame, because you're right. You don't want to be the guy who doesn't go on, but it's like, I don't know, would you go to I was about to say, would you go to a restaurant and eat food you don't like? I guess sometimes people get bullied into that too.
I don't know how to equate
do
it.
what you want to do, and that's it. You know,
It's like if you see someone puking on a boat and they're seasick, people aren't like you're faking it. Like
Right.
they're like, don't go on that boat if you get seasick. It's kind of that.
But
What?
but if you're like such a big fan of the world and like you're gonna miss out on a fucking like a good ride, it's more than the just drops. It's like the whole package, you know?
No, that roller coaster was terror.
Well,
the
if somebody
entire
said to me, like, listen, it's great. If you love Star Wars, you're going to see all these things.
Yes.
You should try it. And then I say to you, I'm going to throw up on the people if I go on the ride. Then you should fucking leave it alone.
Turbulence doesn't have that. When people are like, it's going to be super turbulent. Someone's like, oh, I'd rather like ride then. Like John Madden doesn't like play. Nobody's like, you're bullshitting. But with roller coaster people, It's they literally, you tell them, it's like, I get really sick, uncomfortable, and I hate it. They're like, come on, you're just full of shit. It's like, no, I really hate it. I don't want to hate it. My body doesn't do well with those movements. I don't know what to tell you. It's crazy.
You're a puker. I get it for sure.
What was there any like?
I feel like I'm gonna die. Like I feel my body tensing up, getting ready to die. That's how I feel.
Was there any like awkward or funny or straight like it's a whack pack that went together? Was there any like this is not gelling?
No, it was.
Oh, I thought I saw Jeff say something like off to a bad start. We got played by Mincy's.
Oh,
VIP
well, I
or something
spent like I don't know, 10, 12 grand on the tickets because Jeff D. Lowe said he had a hookup. He didn't. Like Mincy's hookup was free tickets. So we paid when we didn't have to. We did get the guide, but you don't really need the guide. The guide was good. Shout out to Aussie Dave. Great guide. And it did end up helping because Aussie Dave, I don't know who the fuck he called. He called like Walt Disney. And he's like, we have a guy here who's getting stopped a lot. And like a lot of people know who he is because I do get stopped a decent amount at Disney. And he got the green light to basically take us through the back and skip even more. So that did help, and we wouldn't have gotten that. But yeah, I mean, Jeff D. Lowe, they had a great time, and it was fun. Everyone's like, geek. I thought the funniest part was actually the video in the very beginning when we saw a stormtrooper, and he was like pointing. He's like, you come over here. And we're all in a group. And I'm like, this motherfucker's, we're videoing him. We're like, this motherfucker's talking shit to me. And you can hear Robbie's like, you got to go over there. He's like, all right, I'm going to fuck with this stormtrooper. A little girl just walks in front. It was like a 4-year-old girl he was talking to. It was like, and that kind of set it's like, we're the only adult Disney group like that. Like, it's a park for kids. And we're like, this stormtrooper is starting shit. It's like, no, talking to like a little 6-year-old
Did
girl.
you have any second thoughts about putting on the like
I saw the Third Reich. I definitely looked a little bit. And I did one of these at one point. Like somebody was like, because it looked like I worked there, right? So somebody's like, where do I go? And I just like that. And it's like, oh.
You can't do that.
I guess Jeff D. Lowe said that. I mean, it makes sense. Jeff D. Lowe said the uniforms were based, the bad guy uniforms, on the Third Reich. So
No shit.
I ordered this hat, by the way, this USA hat. That's the rundown.
Good luck with. I hope you get Rogers coming.